Hello everyone, welcome back to my video. I'm Kiran. So in this video we'll be discussing about physical properties of non-metals. In the previous video we discussed about physical properties of metals. So let's start this video. So in non-metals, in metals we discussed that they are usually solid in state except mercury, which is liquid. But non-metals are present in all the states, whether it be liquid, solid or gas. And bromine is the only liquid non-metal. A gaseous non-metal is oxygen and a solid non-metal is sulfur, and they usually have low melting and boiling point except graphite. Graphite is a allotrope. Graphite is an allotrope of carbon. It is an allotrope of carbon. We will be learning about allotropes of carbons and carbons compounds in the next chapter. But this is an allotrope of carbon, graphite, and it is a very high. It has very high melting point. It is above, I think it is above 3000 Celsius, which is as much as a metal. And these non-metals are brittle in nature. What are brittle? So we discussed that metals are hard in nature, that even when we hammer, then they do not shatter into pieces, but they just bend. Correct? If you hammer say something utensil made of any metal, then it will not just shatter into pieces, it will have some bump in it, right? But these are brittle in nature. What does brittle mean? When you hammer it, it will shatter into pieces. For example, coal, which is another form of carbon. When you hammer it, it will break into pieces, correct? But except diamond, because diamond is very hard, it is the hardest substance known to humans. And then no, non-metals are non-malleable and non-ductile, that they do not show malleability and ductility. We know malleability is property to be beaten into thin sheets, and ductility is the property to be drawn into thin wires. And they are usually dull in appearance. Dull in appearance means, we discussed they are lustrous, metals are lustrous, but these are dull, they are not shiny, except iodine, because iodine is a lustrous non-metal. And remember, diamond is not an exception of dull in nature, because diamond only shines when we give light to it. Otherwise, iodine is naturally lustrous. Whereas non-metals are bad conductors. Non-metals are usually bad conductors of both heat and electricity. Except graphite, this is good conductor of both electricity and heat. And this was all for this video of physical properties of non-metals. In the next video, we'll be discussing about chemical properties of metals and non-metals.